What made you go full mama bear mode? This happened last year when my son Dylan was in 7th grade. He's had asthma since he was 4, the kind that can go from manageable to life-threatening in minutes. We've done multiple ER trips over the years when his rescue inhaler wasn't enough. Dylan's been really good about managing his condition. He knows his triggers, carries his inhaler everywhere, and uses it responsibly. His doctors have always stressed that immediate access to his rescue inhaler could literally save his life. The problem started with Mr. Foster, the new gym teacher. This guy was old school, believed kids today are too soft and need to push through discomfort. From day one, he made comments about students trying to get out of activities. 3 weeks into the semester, Dylan came home looking shaken. "Mom, Mr. Foster took my inhaler away." My blood pressure spiked immediately. "He did what?" During warm-ups, I started wheezing and reached for my inhaler. Mr. Foster grabbed it and said kids fake asthma attacks for attention. He put it in his desk drawer and told me to breathe through it. I was seeing red. What happened next? I tried to tell him it was real, but he said I was proving his point about kids making excuses. I had to sit out the rest of class because I couldn't breathe properly. That night, I couldn't sleep. Some ignorant teacher had literally taken away my child's life-saving medication based on his own uninformed opinion about asthma. The next morning, I called the school and asked to speak with Principal Walsh. "Mrs. Bennett, what can I help you with? Your gym teacher confiscated my son's rescue inhaler yesterday. Dylan has documented severe asthma, and that inhaler is prescribed medication." "Oh, that." Mr. Foster mentioned Dylan was being dramatic about needing his inhaler. He didn't actually need it, right? He was fine. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. He was fine because he stopped exercising when he couldn't access his medication. That's not the same thing. Look, we have a lot of kids try to get out of gym class with various excuses. Sometimes teachers need to use their judgment about medical conditions they're not qualified to diagnose. I'm sure we can work something out. Maybe Dylan can keep his inhaler in the nurse's office. The nurse's office is on the opposite side of the building from the gym. If Dylan has an asthma attack, he could collapse before reaching his inhaler. "Mrs. Bennett, I think you're being a bit dramatic here." That's when I lost it completely. Dramatic? My son has been hospitalized 3 times for asthma attacks. His pulmonologist has specifically instructed him to carry his rescue inhaler at all times. If Dylan had collapsed in your gym because some teacher decided his medical condition was fake, you'd be looking at a lawsuit that would bankrupt this district. I hung up and immediately started gathering documentation. Dylan's medical records, his asthma action plan, prescription information, emergency room visits, everything. That afternoon, I marched into the school with a folder full of medical paperwork and my lawyer's business card. "I need to see Principal Walsh and Mr. Foster now." The secretary looked nervous. "Is everything okay? Your staff confiscated my son's life-saving medication. Nothing is okay." 10 minutes later, I was sitting across from Walsh and Foster with my documentation spread across the table. "This is Dylan's medical history," I said, pointing to the papers. 3 ER visits in the past 2 years. Here's his pulmonologist's letter stating he must have immediate access to his rescue inhaler. Here's the prescription showing it's legitimate medication, not a prop. Foster was looking uncomfortable. "I just thought you thought wrong. You're not a doctor. You don't get to make medical decisions about my child." I turned to Walsh. "Here's what's going to happen. Mr. Foster is going to publicly apologize to my son for humiliating him and endangering his health. You're going to create a school policy ensuring kids with medical conditions can carry their prescribed medications. And if anything like this ever happens again, my next conversation will be with my attorney. Mrs. Bennett, I think we can reach a reasonable solution. This isn't a negotiation. My son could have died because your employee played doctor. Fix it or I'll fix it through legal channels." The next day, Mr. Foster pulled Dylan aside before gym class and apologized in front of the entire class. He specifically said he was wrong to take Dylan's inhaler and that Dylan should always carry it. 2 weeks later, the school board approved a new policy allowing students with documented medical conditions to carry necessary medications at all times. No nurse's office, no teacher approval required.